Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try to sell some of this stuff that we have. We have so much stuff in our pack, and I would like to sell
Gonna
some
make
of it.
more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
I'm not interested in trouble. I really am sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
I see. Have you heard any rumors?
There's knights from Redcliffe wandering the countryside, looking for the place where Andraste's sacred ashes are said to lie. Can you believe that? The urn holding her ashes is a myth, and yet these knights say they were sent to find it anyhow to heal Arl Eamon. I didn't even know he was ill. Maybe he has the blight. If so, then times are even darker for Ferelden than any of us thought. Anything else I can get you?
That was a rapid change of tone. I don't suppose you have any rooms.
Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how
Gotcha.
many rooms I don't have.
Okay, I'll be going, thank you.
Luck speed your way.
Okay, so, well, Codex updated, but we don't have, wasn't able to sell anything, unfortunately. So let's see about this Codex Entry. What's going on here? Characters. Right, they had mentioned something about Arl Eamon. He fell ill with a mysterious condition that even magic could not treat. Yeah, that's very weird, and then they're looking for something to heal him, something magical to heal him. Or, well, I guess magic couldn't treat him, but something else. Okay, well, you know what? I noticed that I do have quests right now that I can complete at the moment. So you found the body of a Templar slain by bandits. His corpse had been picked clean. Perhaps the locket will mean something to someone back in Lothering. So I'm going to set that as my active quest, because before I start picking up quests from other people, I want to complete the ones that I already have. Look at all of these quests that I have. So I need to complete some of these before I can go and start picking up other ones. At least the ones that I can complete here in Lothering. Like, for example, a Fallen Templar. So I'm going to set that one as active. And then I'm going to head out and complete that quest before anything else.
Terran Logain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing? I heard that he may
So
have
it says someone. I thought it would just tell me. There's the Chantry. Oh boy. Alright, let's just discover more of Lothering.
thought Darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
How dare
Chastened.
you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
So are these the Chastened?
The forest failed to protect us. Our gods deserted us. There's no protection here either.
You do not seem a refugee. Were you part of the army?
So I guess this is the Chastened folk. Okay, so those are the Chastened folk that lived in the forests.
Are we done with this place?
Shokke basitisra, marade starit. Twasit, abana kyun, maras shokra, ananne sam kyun.
What in the devil? No, we're not done with this place. I was just discovering more of what's out here. But man, look at this beautiful field. It's like they've got a field of wheat. It's very pretty. Wow. Whoa. Who's this? Bandits.
Let us end this quickly!
Okay, get it.
Free and you shall pay!
Turn and run!
Defend yourself!
Good, I'm glad I'm killing these bandits.
I never liked this part.
You need help? Okay, he needs to put on some, a lesser health poultice.
Flee while you can!
I really didn't expect this to happen.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Alright, kill the
You
bandits.
should run while you can.
This will not end well for you.
Is the fence blocking me?
Tis your time to die.
You asked for
Yes.
Oh, no. Man. Whew, that was close. She almost died. Well, I'm glad we killed the bandits. At least our wheat fields will not be stolen from anymore. And would you look at that, there's more of them. Who are these? Alright. Come on.
You want to die, don't you? Now you fall!
Okay, I'm gonna
This is a waste of time!
Run while you can.
back up.
Tis your time to die.
I will not follow!
Here in a second.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh
I'm
this
just gonna
will be
move.
nice.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. I have no health. It's too late. I'll try, but I think it's too late.
The pain.
Wow, what luck. He needs it too. Morrigan's doing great.
Where shall I strike?
Oh wow, Liniana had my back. Oh wow. Take him out. I'll take some of these. There we go. Shattering shot, dude.
Back. Now we get our hands dirty. That's one for me.
I thought I clicked on him.
You have forced my hand! Ha! We have
Got
done
it.
well!
Yeah, we have done well. We have done well. Alright, we need to stay vigilant. Oh. What is this?
Leave us alone. Someone help us!
Oh my god, there's Hurlocks out here? Oh my god, what are they doing here? Right here on the outskirts of the town.
Defend yourself. Ah!
A bit more dying, please.
Now you die! You dare!
Crippling shot.
Come and get it.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
Here. Yes. Be gone! Flee while you can!
Yo, Liliana's pretty good.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Actually, I was just visiting Lothering, and I happened to be exploring the area. It's King's business, I'm afraid.
Fair enough. Allow me to say thank you again and bid you farewell. Say goodbye, my boy.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Yeah. Jesus. What I need is to sell my stuff, my goodness. Maleficarium? Okay. So we have some Codex entries that we're going to be looking into. Alright, let's head back. Head back into town. Alright, I really feel like we should be warning somebody about this. Okay. Now that we're back in town, we need to chill with the running. Refugees. Is there anyone I can sell my goods to?
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps, you would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me. So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never.
Well, you know, I think I've explored most of the city. I mean, I think that's everything, and I did not find a single place for me to... Well, I didn't find a single place to sell my goods. Well...
Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking.
Very well.
You never know, right?
No, I never did anything.
Let's see. Put this ring on, maybe? My ring's good enough, actually.
Anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Alright, 1 second. I'm going to check to see if there is a merchant in Lothering. And
They
apparently,
say your mother is Flemeth,
I
a
just
witch
need
of the
to
Bakari Wilds.
walk in
They
this
also
direction.
say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling...
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
This is messed up. I don't really think now is a time to be making a profit off of these, you know, helpless individuals. Is your profiteering ruffling some feathers?
You could say that, yes.
The nerve of these people!
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
There's been so many of these men lately. Heartless opportunists, all.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
You don't think you're being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
Then you have to go. God dang it. But if he goes, then there's no supplies whatsoever, and then how am I going to sell my stuff? I think you can compromise and still make a profit, no?
And hear more belly aching? I'd rather take my goods back to Denerim.
Shit. Alright, then go, if that's what you wish.
I hope the Darkspawn choke on your cheap hides.
Principle of
At
the
least
matter.
the shouting has stopped. How awful that it has gotten like this.
I suppose it couldn't be helped. Maker help us all.
Crap. Studded, cured leather armor. This might be pretty good for me, actually. Well, I'm just gonna have to start destroying. I'm just gonna have to start destroying my armor because I don't have anywhere to get rid of it, so here we go. On the destroy thing. So we've got a two-handed weapon. Oh, you know what? Something else I noticed? Liliana is using... First of all, she's injured. We need to fix that. Second of all, she's using a sword. Is she really a sword person? I don't think she's really a sword. I think she should have a different weapon. But, so first of all, let's fix her cracked skull. Or whatever, or what was it? It's a cracked skull, yeah. So let's use the lesser injury kit. Second thing I need to do is I need to see what kind of skills does she like to use. So she's a rogue, bard. Oh, she is a rogue. So then maybe this is the kind of stuff she likes. Oh, auto level up? Interesting. Is there a way to look at the skills? This is exactly it. Okay, so there's the skills. Spells and talents. Not Theron, Liliana. What is she already archery. She's an archer. That's what she's already got a ton of skills in archery, which is what I am. So that's not super helpful. So she needs a bow because she's already got a lot of stuff in the bow. So let's go to my inventory then, and let's give her a bow. I'll give her my best bow available. So I've got a tier 2 damage 5.5, 6.1 or 6.6, 6.6. And these are the same. Oh, this is an elm. So here, take this. There we go, that's better. No bolts yet. I'm just gonna have to start destroying these. I don't know what to do with them. Yeah, I have nothing. I have nowhere to sell my stuff. I won't destroy the enchanted one. because maybe I'll still hold out hope, but none of my other party members actually are carrying. Oh my gosh, he's injured too. Okay, well, let's go to the weapons then. Or, what am I looking for? This. The lesser injury kit. No one else is injured, just him. Okay, so there he goes. So he's better. And as far as this stuff, I mean, I've just got to start destroying it. I don't have the room. I don't have the space. I've got like little to no space at all. So some of this stuff I know I don't need. Nobody in my party uses that. And I've got far too much of this stuff. Studded leather chainmail. This says to have a little bit better on the armor side, so maybe I should wear it. It would be getting rid of my... So I think... Ooh, +3 defense. Yeah, I think it's worth having the Dalish on, just because. Here's that Dalish armor. It's +1 dexterity, but I've already got good dexterity, so maybe that's not... It's kind of hard to tell if that's good or not. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just call it right there in terms of what I'm going to wear. Okay, so I'm going to look at my journal and say, is there anything else that I should be doing here? So Lothering, yeah, but it doesn't tell me exactly who to go to, so I don't know what to do. A Peregrine and her kind, the Arl of Redcliffe, we know about that. Gain Orzamer's aid, gain the Corporate Dalish, mages, rest and resupply. Yeah, well, I can't resupply anymore, unfortunately, because I had to run off the guy that was, you know, kind of screwing everybody over. Liliana updated. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace, and in that stillness I can hear the Maker. A lay sister of the Chantry, who can beat the stuffing out of trained mercenaries, would be notable enough, but one who also claims to have been sent to fight the Darkspawn by the Maker himself is unusual, to say the least. She joined Alistair and Theron in Lothering, insisting that she would prove useful. Okay, and then we've got the quest-related content. This is one of the things that I found on one of the people that were dead over near the edge of this town when I actually met the dwarves. This was on one of those bodies. So it says Maleficarum regrets. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cash is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye. Belgrus. Okay. So in the Circle Tower, there is a cache of supplies that I now know about. Interesting. So that's cool. So is that now a quest? I don't see it. I'll have to look at it again later. So here, the Chastened. Ah, so now I'm going to finally learn more about this. The Chastened Wilders have lived in the Korkeri wilds since the first wars with the Alamari drove them southward a millennium ago. According to their own lore, they had always been a forest-dwelling people that adapted quickly to their new home. Game and fish are plentiful in the wetlands, and the Chastened thrived. For a time, they and the hill-dwelling Avars were true threats to the northern lowlands. The Tevinter Imperium had arrived and was hard-pressed to keep back the waves of invasions from the south and the west. The fortress of Ostagar was built specifically to watch the chastened hordes venturing north of the tree line. Oh, interesting. It was not until the legendary warrior Hafter soundly defeated the chastened in the first half of the Divine Age that the question of their ability to contest the lowlands was settled permanently. Okay, this is pretty thick stuff, so just recap. So there always been a forest-dwelling people. Always had plenty of game and fish. They and the hill-dwelling Avars were true threats to the northern lowlands. So the Tevinter Imperium could not hold them back, could not hold the chastened back. And Ostagar was built specifically to watch for chastened hordes venturing north of the tree line. That's interesting. But somebody, Hafter, defeated the chastened in the first half of the Divine Age. Today, the chastened are considered largely peaceful, though their ways are still primitive compared to our own. In the Korkeri wilds, they live in strange-looking huts built on stilts, or even built into the great treetops. They paint their faces and are split into small tribes ruled by shamans, like those amongst the Avars. There are many tales of these shamans having learned their magic from the witches of the wilds, witches that inspire as much terror as they do awe and gratitude, even if there is no definitive proof they exist. In particular, the tale of Flemeth, yes, of course, the greatest witch of the wilds, is celebrated amongst all tribes. Wow, so the chastened tribes actually celebrate Flemeth. While there is no way to know how many there are in the wilds today, few travelers that pass through the forests tell of chastened eking out an existence even in the frozen wastelands of the far south. One can assume that should the chastened ever organize themselves once more, we might have reason to fear them here in Ferelden. We ignore them at our peril. From Ferelden Folklore and History by Sister Patrine, Chantry Scholar. Fascinating. I do not know why we are all glowing. I don't know. I really don't. But okay. So I think what we're going to do next is we're at a point in our questing where this stuff is all the kind of stuff that we need to do. We just need to head out of Lothering and go to these other towns. So the Korkeri Wilds, this is something that I have to do in Redcliffe. I think we'll be going there next anyway. And then in Lothering itself, I think this locket will mean something to someone, but I don't know who yet. So we're left with only one choice, and that is to start going to exclamation marks. So when we come back in the next episode, I will be going to the Chanter's board. I will complete whatever this quest is, and then I'll head into the Chantry Tower. And then from there on, we'll move into the inner city and start talking to folks in there. Okay, I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. It's been a lot of fun, and let's keep going and getting into the world of Dragon Age.